Hello everyone and welcome to Ambrosia's Dollhouse. Today we're going to be painting the Sleeping Little Fee, which was given to me by Muñecas, Poopies, and Dolls, my friend Allison, and she wanted to help me start my face-up journey. So I've done lots of face-ups on this little baby, and today we're going to turn him into a clown. We're starting with a white base to give him a white look all over. She mentioned that he may be turning a little yellow, but I've enjoyed him so much. This was actually my first time actually even touching resin, was when she sent me this little head. So I'm so proud of him and I love him so much. So as I said, we're going to start with a white base all over, sort of a white palette. Then we're going to go into some peachy color, because he is a baby after all. To give him a little life, we're going to mix some peaches in here and just sort of highlight wherever you would like. The pastel process does take a while because it's layering, and then you spray the Mr. Super Clear, and then you do a little bit more layering, and it's kind of, you keep doing whatever you do until you get it the way that you want it to look, or until you achieve your final goal. So we're going to go back and forth periodically with this white layering and a little bit of peach. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with not this black. I decided to go in with his lips first. And if I wander in and out of focus, sorry guys, but I got a little carried away because I absolutely love this whole process of the face up. So I'll get a little carried away periodically, and he may wander out of camera, but hopefully you will get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. But we're going to go in with the lips. We're just sort of outlining at this point. We're not really finishing it. This is not really our final process. The face up process actually takes a while. It doesn't take as long as my usual hobby that I like to do, which is reborning. It doesn't take as long as that process, but it does kind of take a little while because of the pastels and so forth to build that color you want. But we're going to outline his little lips here. And then I've decided to go ahead and outline his nose, because I wanted to see exactly where I was going, and I wanted to make sure everything was sort of measuring it up the way that I had it in my head for it to be. Because he's going to be like a baby clown, like a Pennywise type-ish clown, but a sweet little baby version of Pennywise. Sort of the pre-Pennywise, I guess you would say. The pre-it, I should say. But we're just kind of filling his little nose here a little bit, going back and forth with it, just to kind of see where we are going to be. But like I said, we're going to have to go with this nose several times. This is kind of like just sort of a marker, if you will. Next, I've decided to sort of trace in his eyebrows where I want them to be. And of course, I'm using as you can see, I'm using my eraser, which is a very good friend to new beginners, is the little eraser, because you can kind of put things where you want them to be and then shape it. I'm also going to draw in where I want his shadow to be. Going back over the eyebrows again. And darkening his shadow. And the process is like you go back and forth till you kind of balance it out and get it correct. Here you can see that I'm highlighting around the creases of the eyes and sort of on the brow bone. I'm just sort of highlighting different areas. And here is my favorite part, when I finally get to draw the infamous Pennywise laugh lines. And they kind of go in a circle, and I'll go back and forth with those as well. And go up through the eyebrows. So this was like when I was almost finished, and it was like coming together when you do this famous part right here. So here I'm starting again with the white powder, going back over because I want him to have like a really matte look. And I did add a smidge of pink in there, but I want him to have like a really basic look. And here is where I am practically finished with his face. But I wanted to go ahead and start on the wig. Since this is actually just a face plate, I wanted to make him a half wig. So I had an idea of how I would create the half wig. I'm going to use this plastic wrap. And I'm going to place it over his head and just place it over there really tight. Then I'm kind of drawing in where I want the hairline to go. So Pennywise's hairline is sort of like mine, where it comes to a point and then it kind of goes back. So that's what I'm trying to draw in a little bit before I actually hot glue the hair onto the to the plastic wrap. So here I've started my hot gluing process. So as you can see, I'm going to just put a little hot glue on, and then I'm going to shape the hair over the hot glue. This is only for adults. It's not for children, because the hot glue is, as said, very, very, very hot. And so I try to keep my hands off of the hot glue and strictly onto the hair. But I'm sure you could have done this process better, but this is the process that I decided to do because I knew exactly what I wanted it to look like, and I knew that this would help me achieve that look. So here I'm going to take my little toothbrush and comb through the hair to make sure there's no excess or loose hair. And here I've added a little bit of water to the toothbrush, and I'm going to comb it through to sort of, and as you can tell, it's natural. This is natural mohair, so it already has a curl to it. But I'm going to use a technique that I received from the fabulous none other than Pigeon Doll. He uses straws all the time to achieve his fabulous curls. So this is a great way to achieve curls. I'm using these paper straws and some hairpins, and I continuously wet the hair so that it can stay sort of moist so that it will curl very easily when it dries. So after it sits about an hour and it dries, the curls are always so fabulous and wonderful. So we're going to let it sit for a little while. And here we are. He is all finished, our little baby Pennywise. And this was a great weekend project. I really, really enjoyed making this face up. So hopefully you all enjoyed this face up as well. It was so much fun doing it. If you have any suggestions, please comment below. And comment below anyway, because we love talking to you guys. And we would love it if you would join us and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you'll know when we're doing something interesting over here at Ambrosia's Dollhouse, which we hope is all the time, because we're really having fun over here. But anyway, guys, talk to you soon and be safe. And we'll see you again next week, if not sooner. Bye.